Listen, so much has been going on. I still want to come here and talk about gratitude. I'm probably going to do a live a little later on tonight, like really late, because I'm in the middle of doing some physical work around here. But something I wanted to get to that really, and I may just do the gratitude now. I can take the 30 minutes and knock it out. You guys will just have to deal with me. I'll walk over to my desk and we'll get it done. Um, One of the things that's coming to me when it comes to this whole manifestation thing, it's like I'm a die in the wool spiritual worker. I have been that for decades now. We're going on 3 of them. Okay. I took an initiation almost 14 years ago, so 13 years technically. And I still continue to study everything it is that I study and give respect where respect is due. One of the things that I would tell you to do, I think that you have to really give credence, you have to give respect to who you are. You have to understand that you may not be able to detach from your thoughts that are roaming around in your head on a regular basis all day. And so therefore nothing's changing for you because you just keep thinking against yourself. And with us being in the age of Aquarius, our thoughts are going to control a lot of what is going on and what is happening. Now I know you're going, okay, Mira, this is, this is manifestation talk you talking, so what's so different about this? And the difference is that we were heavily taught how to be. We were taught how to think. We were taught how to be ready. We were taught how to rebel by being driven so much to be ready. We were taught what was appropriate, and we have been we came here, I think a lot of us from Gen X came here to challenge those standards. So since we came here to challenge so many things and learn so many things and be a part of this new age that's coming into the planet by still respecting time honored and old things, but applying the modalities that could have been forgotten according to some schools of thought, or being rediscovered according to those same schools of thought, or finding something completely brand new, a total different school of thought. What does this mean? What does this mean? Wow. Like, oh boy. What exactly does it mean to tap into older things for manifestation? Because people have been doing manifestation for a long time. People have been aware of their ability to be as close to the energies of creation and make things for a very long time. It's not something brand new to them. It is to us now because we were so heavily educated, especially those Gen X and behind us, so the older people. We were so heavily educated against our innate ability to be able to create things, to make the life that we wanted. Sometimes what I do as a person who does a whole lot of research is I kind of veer off, not topic, but veer off from the modalities. One of the things that I had recently tapped into was human design and understanding that I was a manifesting generator. But also understanding that in astrology, that means I'm a Cancer rising. And I have a mind that is moving very fast, but I feel a lot of things. I feel everything. I feel. And so with that being the case, I had to really, and I would say for the past 2 years, I've been jumping down into my astrology chart like, let's get up and dive today. Okay, I'm a fire sign, sun sign, with everything else about me, fire sign, sun sign, with everything else about me being water, heavy water, right? And big placements, exalted placements, fixed placements, and then the energy that drives my life, right? I'm a Cancer rising. Ooh. And as a Cancer rising, it means that I think of the world in a certain way, very different than other people, right? But I will even say very different than other Cancer risings, because not everybody's the same sun sign, not everybody's born the same day, not everybody has everything that is there. And I know a lot of people go, oh, it's just astrology, it's hooey. But it is really key to understanding how you're going to have the nuts and bolts to manifest. Or the word that I would really use personally for me, and I stumbled into this very recently, is attract things to me, right? If I want to attract things to me, I realize that's really my thing. I attract a lot of energy to me. It doesn't matter. As soon as I think about it, here it comes, right? So now it's just like, oh, okay, that's different than I would say with manifestation, especially the way it's being taught. I don't care who you run across right now. It's being taught with this process of, you say these things, you put your mind in this way, and it's going to pop into place. And that doesn't always happen. The manifestation community, I think, would admit to itself, there is no one way, and nobody has figured out exactly what Neville Goddard is saying, what Abdullah was saying. They are still trying to figure that out. And so understanding that, that's an issue for me, because the very energy that I am does not push things into existence. I attract things into existence. I attract things that are here already, and they just come to me. I have a very, very big energy around water. Huge energy around water. The tides moving on this planet. Getting insights around water. Just like, water is key to my life. Is key to my life. So manifestation has become, all right, I kind of will put that down, manifesting generator here, because I'm moving to the next thing. And I'm studying deep into my chart. Deep into my chart. Yes, you need your birth time to understand this information. Hello. You need your birth time. You need to understand that. However, you need to also, eventually you learn, when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to anything, that you have some expertise in you that should make you go, I'm not trying that. That sounds like a bunch of nonsense. Or that looks interesting, but I don't know how I feel about that. Like learning how to really trust inside of yourself. Trust what you feel about a situation. That going on 30 years of working in spirituality, honey, okay? Yeah, I got some opinions about some things, right? But by the same token, deciding to retrain the brain so that I'm stripping away keys that were put in there via kindergarten, first grade, all the way to college and through, the amount of courses that I took. Now I'm beginning to hypothesize and look at the philosophy of what my life and my journey is. Now, the idea of being able to attract good things to me and relax and back up is key. I came here some time ago and gave people the 4 keys. What I still to this day hold as the 4 keys to being able to get the life that you want, which is gratitude. You have to find time to carve out every single day being grateful. So I'm going to take the time to do that today. You have to meditate. You need to at least find, I'm going to say 20 minutes at the base. A lot of people get intimidated by that, but listen, you spend 20 minutes doing bullshit all the time. You can take 20 minutes and decide to just let your mind zone to the sound of white noise. You don't even need guided meditation. If you like one, it's okay, but you can literally just listen to a fan, an air conditioning going, a vacuum cleaner. Get the I keep calling it the Calm app. Calm app has one, but also there's the white noise app too. 20 minutes of just sitting there. Put your timer on and let your mind just go. It's the same thing that your mind is doing when you're asleep, but your body's not being recharged as much during that time, right? And then the next thing would be affirmations. Affirmations are key. What you speak to yourself over and over inside your mind is key. Like I said yesterday over at TikTok, all of these politicians are doing nothing but repeating affirmations to you all day. That is what the former president is doing on his whole entire campaign, where people are going, does he realize he sounds crazy? So he realized he's trying to program you guys to do what he wants through affirmatively speaking what he wants over and over and over and over again. That's what's happening. But when someone sits and really talks to him and they hear what his potential plans are, people go, oh no, oh no. What? Exit stage left. They're out, right? So your third one would be affirmations. Affirmations are things that you speak to yourself all day. If you will not program your mind, there are so many people out here who are to the tune of millions of dollars, CEOs of different marketing firms, willing and actively programming you. So you can take 20 minutes out of your day and release the minutia that they put into it via the form of meditation, and then come up with, I would say, one affirmation around each topic, no more than 3. But really, one is fine, and kind of just encourage yourself and talk to yourself about it, and really understand that you talking to yourself about it is talking to it's like you and your higher self or your inner being having a conversation around the things that you want. And then finally, working with those energies that you would work with. For me, it's a menagerie of beings, energies, if you will. Being grateful to work with the angels, the Orishas, my ancestors. Being grateful for the many different festivals that go off around the planet, like Diwali was a few days ago. Being grateful for their Festival of Lights. Being grateful for the holidays that are coming up. The time that I'm going to spend with my family. Being grateful for goals achieved. Recent goals achieved. Hello? Listen, and when I write them down and I see that they are being crossed off and these lists are starting to build again, because I'm taking the time, I'm very grateful, I'm taking the time to do what I'm coming here and telling y'all to do. Look heavily into your astrology chart. Study your rising sign and that planet and what it does to you on a regular basis and how it plays into everything that's going on with you. Study it. I don't care if nobody ever comes here and looks at this live. It will be here as a resource, because the gratitude I felt when it's like it finally opened up to me, because somebody has almost the exact same chart that I do. I think I was a little off in what I was saying, but not quite, because the correlation of what I was understanding was still there. But to completely now get that it is extremely simple, oh, the relief. Yes. This new moon that just passed was like, hello somebody in my moon sign. I love it. When Scorpio moon time comes up, I'm very happy. Or I'm very angry. There's really no in between for me. So I try and go for the happy side of things, because that other side, oh, that's just ugly. Anyway, I will tell everyone this. Let me tell you something. And I'm grateful I did this. I quit my job 3 years ago. I quit that job. And I'm going to tell you something. When I quit that job, I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I wasn't even willing to acknowledge that I was thinking that. I really thought that I was going to get beyond what my body, mind, Dr. Joe Dispenza coming in here right now, was going to say to me. I was going to outthink it. There was no way, especially understanding that I'm a human design. My human design is, my authority is an emotional authority. So I feel literally everything. And let's just add next to that what that means in the astrological realm. All the water in me, I feel everything. I legit do. Okay? I have been feeling leave this job for a long time. My deadline was 2020. I skipped the deadline and did it in 2021. Honey. And I remember when I did it, I said, there is something better out there for me. Not this. You relegated to doing menial tasks for money. And then people like to stand there like they can be strong on you over some nonsense, when in reality, if they're brought to the carpet on the stupid mess that they've been pulling on people who come across their desk, they would have wished they'd left it. But I realized in that moment, life was bigger than that. And life is bigger than that. Wake up, like I woke up today with that crisp, beautiful feeling. Very grateful for it. Grateful for the sun. Oh my God, that sun was beaming. Grateful. I went to a beautiful studio today for some drumming. Got to be in there, you know, pray to open up the session and pray to close it, and feel those drums. Feel the energy of those drums. And then leave. It was the closest thing to something I had not experienced in years, because I'm kind of just free floating. I do my own thing. I'm going to no organization and no structure. Church? Ooh. Not going to anybody's temple. Not going to nobody. Nothing. Okay? No. It's really been like me communing with the trees. Grateful to commune with the trees. Grateful to commune with the rivers. Grateful to drive to the beach and commune with the tides of the ocean. Grateful for the beach itself. What? Go into a building and tap into that type of energy? I think not. No. And I would not change anything I've done since I left that job. And I've been through some mess. And I'm here to tell you, I have, do I want to say escaped? I want to say swerved, or I've stood firm and strong with spiritual modalities that I've had to stumble into at a time when a community I thought I was heavily in was in the process of dismantling, like kind of falling apart. And I still had to reach out and continue moving. One of the first things I did was meditation. Wow, I'm so grateful for meditation. It takes the pain out of my legs. Any nerve issues going on, anything that's happening in the form of perimenopause that can drive me crazy, well, I'm grateful for meditation in that moment. Because later on that night, I'm not feeling my body try and unwind while I'm actually laying down. Like it's in there doing extra stuff. Very grateful that that is not the case now. I found this via meditation. And it was after I quit the job. Because then I had the time. I was meditating. His meditations, this is Dr. Joe Dispenza, because I jumped into his stuff full blown. I was already doing 20 minutes of meditation to the white noise. I would say 3 years ahead of that, 2018. But when I bought Dr. Dispenza's meditations, I started doing 3 of them a day. Reconstructing the body to a new mind, water rising, which is still one of my favorites, and blessing the energy centers. What? Very grateful to have those meditations and files on all my devices so that I can tap in no matter where I'm at. Very grateful to have my devices because I knew to make an investment into myself very quickly once I left my company. I left that job and I was like, you better go ahead and make sure you get everything that you need so that you can continue to work because work is changing. And that was where I felt like a fish out of water. Grateful to feel like that because now finally being in this place where it's just like a lot of people don't consider you to be a part of society if you are not working in industry. And that's nonsense. There are so many people out here running industries that work from home. And I'm not talking about working from home for a company. They work from home and cut the checks for everybody that's working for them at the office that they may be renting for them. So why can't more people do that? That was one of the biggest things that we've learned since 2020. Nobody wants to be back in offices. A lot of people are over that. But they have not figured out the in-between, which is to literally drop all that mess and go figure it out and be grateful that you can. If you still walking and you still have your health and you can still get around, you be grateful for that and you go take the chance. Because my health has started to also suffer too. Working at the company I was, and I was working from home. Oh, I was very stressed out. And I realized I could walk out this house, go get in my car, and drop right next to it and never wake up. They would have me replaced with a temp within hours, minutes. So why am I holding on to them like it's so important? I'm grateful that I took the time to believe in myself. But that belief was shaky, baby. Because high school, middle school, grade school, parent school, college, aptitude tests, none of them tell you how to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is something you have to push at. And you have to, one of your biggest ways to believe in yourself, you have to look at the accomplishments that you have actually achieved on a regular basis and say, yo, I'm the stuff. I'm good for me in this life with me. I'm good for me. And it doesn't have to fit for everybody else, but nobody is teaching people stuff like that. Nobody's saying self-care is about turning around looking at yourself and say, you did a good job today. You did a good job. And not because you work for someone else and hit a bottom line for them. What did you do for yourself that made it so that it was a good job? What did you do that made you a good job? Right? Manifestation has become, it's almost becoming like this desperation piece for people to jump to because nobody wants to work anymore. People want to find a way to close the gap between the income that they're bringing in, which is sorely lacking. I'm live, you can come in, which is sorely lacking because they're not being able to reach the income for food, for cars, gas, insurance, on many different things. People are having a problem right now. You don't think this is a political thing, and I promise you it's not. People are trying to manifest because wives don't want to go out and leave their kids, or husbands don't, or both don't. They want to do something different. And these gurus are taking off like gangbusters because they're, to a degree, some of them are working an Abidu on you. They work in some illusion. Okay? The real truth is that you struggle when you leave a job. You struggle. But are you ready to be like in the midst of a storm and stand still and understand your boat is going to rock, honey, but you're going to get through it? Are you grateful enough to understand, well, I left and I believe in myself. I believe that there is something here, something that I can do to sustain myself, to stay on the up and up and feel good. Can I get back on the up and up if I fall down and feel bad? Can you do that? And a lot of people are unwilling to take the chance. They got us fattened up like animals out here waiting for the slaughter, because what happened? A whole lot of people lost jobs when the quarantine happened and then the pandemic. They just lost everything. Not everybody had a job that they could walk away from. I did. And it was a crazy time to do it, but honey, I wouldn't change a daggone thing. I wouldn't change a thing. You hear me? And as I say this, you would think I was hit with some type of major blessing, and maybe I have been somewhere in some realm, in some reality, in some frequency. But I'm here to tell you in gratitude, I believe I would not have been here. My health was really taking a beating behind stress. And stress is the ultimate killer of most human beings. It's important to find gratitude every day, to release superfluous and unnecessary minutia in your brain every day via meditation, and to bolster and encourage yourself via affirmations. And then tap into the energies that are bigger than you, that remind you of how much it is you still got to do and that you can still achieve. Manifestation has taught me of recent, it's not so much about things appearing in front of me. It's about attracting what I've always been attracting and making sure that I keep my energy up, keep my mindset up, keep my vibration lifted. Gratitude helps with that. Guys, happy Gratitude Sunday. This turned into a gratitude set, a little different than most of them that I do. I have been away because life has been lifing. And even with it doing that, amazing things have been happening. So, everyone have a great week. This is going to be a Rock'em Sock'em Tuesday. Get ready, everybody. Peace.